Hey, me and Matt here, and it's that time again. This is Killer Kyle, and
It's WrestleMania season.
yep, it's an awkward time now because of what's going on. And just before we begin, I would like to say that Wheels of Fury will be going on hiatus for a bit. I'm not sure when we'll be back, but it's kind of we have to stay safe, like we always say on our Facebook chat. So, yeah, I mean, we still have other episodes on our channel, so just watch it.
Yeah, there's lots of episodes of Wheels of Fury to watch. There's plenty of videos on Matt's channel to watch. There's plenty of videos on my channel to watch. I'm sure at some point I will upload another video soon, most likely, and maybe I can do a Facebook Live on my own and just talk about wrestling, whatever.
Yeah, this really sucks, because, I mean, looking forward to a lot of things, but shit happens, and we just have to make the best of it.
Yeah, and that's what's gone on with this whole WrestleMania thing. I know you've been very, very, very adamant that they should have postponed WrestleMania.
Yeah, and I still feel that way. It's just that I saw a video from Jimmy Korderas, and he was saying, in fact, I think I shared it on our website for Facebook. He said that fans need to learn how to relax. They shouldn't be so negative. WWE is only trying to help, and given the circumstances, they can only do their best. And, you know, so on and so forth. I agree with that. I try to be positive nowadays, and sometimes it's a bit difficult because I don't know what is going to happen next, you know?
Yeah.
So,
I think the bottom line of it is, with what happened, this whole COVID-19 thing, happening when it happened, at the exact time it happened, it didn't really give too much preparation for, like, well, we've got this virus going around and we don't want anybody catching it or the spread of it, so we're just gonna hold off on WrestleMania until this whole thing clears up, and then at some point down the road have WrestleMania.
yeah.
When they were just 3 weeks out of WrestleMania, that's when this whole coronavirus really exploded, if you will, and is like, okay, we shouldn't have it at the Raymond James Stadium for the fact that, you know, they got people coming from all over the world, and, you know, a big stadium that will hold 70 to 80,000 people, roughly, like Raymond James Stadium, I would imagine.
Yeah.
That many people all over the world. Somebody could have a case of the virus and spread it to a bunch of people, and then you got a whole shit show on your hands.
Yeah.
And so they're like, okay, we're not gonna do Raymond James Stadium, but we still have WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
We can do it at the Performance Center.
Right.
And, you know, as much as you, and I'm sure there's many other people that are of the opinion that WrestleMania should have been postponed,
Mm-hmm.
at least we're still getting WrestleMania. They're gonna have a good show. It's gonna be a 2-night event. They're gonna do their damnedest to make sure it's a good WrestleMania.
Oh, I know.
And, you know, think of it this way. What they're doing right now is what a lot of the other wrestling promotions are doing right now. Providing entertainment to people to get their minds off the real world for a little while.
Yeah.
And just have fun, relax, enjoy themselves, and still enjoy a good wrestling product. Yes, over the last little while, SmackDown, Raw, NXT last week, they had back at Full Sail, and I think main event, probably 205, I've had no audiences.
Yeah.
And also the last few episodes of Dynamite have also had no audience attended. But they still been a really good show. And so we're doing everything in their power to prevent the spread of this virus, make sure that everybody stays healthy, stays safe, and provide a damn good show for people to watch. Just even as for a few, I would take your mind off the real world and enjoy good entertainment and good quality entertainment.
Yeah. Well, I definitely agree with that. It goes with anything, like, 9/11 or anything that was horrendous. Well, this is not a good time right now, and it really sucks. It really, really sucks. But we got to try our damnedest to be positive, because if we don't follow the rules, then there will be consequences, and we got to avoid staying outside as much as possible in human contact with a bunch of people or whatever. We gotta do that.
Yeah.
Now, Kyle and I are we're not that close.
Yeah.
So there's that. But we have to, I don't know, we have to not only follow the rules, but we gotta be there for each other.
Yeah.
So,
and I mean, as much as this is a difficult time and people are like, oh my god, this is a huge pandemic, people are dying, people are getting sick, the rate of number of people in Peterborough is going up and it's skyrocketing, and oh my god, what the hell are we going to do? Stay calm and focus on the end result. The end result will always be the same. We will get through this, we will get past it, and we'll move forward. We've been through SARS, we've been through the bird flu, we've been through the swine flu, we've been through
West Nile.
We've been through how many times they said the world's going to end, and hell, we're still fucking here. So just do your best, do what you can, just stay clean, stay safe, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay positive.
And now, without further ado, our feature presentation.
WrestleMania predictions.
Hey, me, Matt here. Beside me, Killer Kyle. Welcome to Wheels Fury. Alright, so WrestleMania is looking actually pretty good. All shit show things aside.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's a lot of matches that don't make sense. But let's figure this out together, and I think that WrestleMania should be a good 2-day event.
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, there are some matches that have had a really good build-up and a really good storyline. There's a few matches that were just kind of thrown together, and it's like, okay, they needed more matches for the card,
Yeah.
and you want to make sure you fulfill the 2-day action would have enough matches for each night. And I believe I had heard there's like 16 matches total.
Well, now that Roman Reigns is out of the picture, I believe, SmackDown is happening Friday.
Yes.
There's going to be Braun Strowman, which I don't care what anyone else thinks. I totally agree with this. I mean, who else can they have against Goldberg?
Yeah, I mean, to have somebody go against Goldberg for the title or not at such short notice, I mean, Braun makes sense.
Yeah, that's true.
And, with the whole situation that happened last week on SmackDown with Elias,
Yeah.
that match may either change or they will scrap that match altogether, or they could still have it, and who knows?
So you think that was not you thought it was a shoot fall?
Well, see, the way they filmed it in the right way, because you see Corbin attack Elias on the perch, beating him up, sends him over the rail, and he's kicking at him, hitting at his hands,
Yeah.
all this other stuff. And Elias is doing everything he can to hang on, and then, Corbin takes the scepter, hits him in the head, you see the fall, and you hear the landing, but you don't see it. And then the next shot you see is Elias laying on the floor.
Huh.
Now, that perch, if you will, was probably, I don't know, 10, 15 feet roughly, maybe 20, but that's pushing it a little.
Yeah.
Now, could he have fallen from the perch to the floor? Sure. But my thought of it as to what the safe way to do it was, and I'm sure the WWE has done this for many, many years when it comes to certain scenarios like that, is when they show the wide angle of Elias and Corbin on this perch, you got Elias on the rail trying to balance himself, and he's looking down.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's going to be looking down at the floor. He's going to be looking down at probably a mat.
Yeah.
Something to land on.
Right.
And then it's like, okay, it's in position. Boom, boom, boom. Scepter shot to the head. Falls. He's on the mat. He'll maybe quickly roll off. They'll get it out of the way. Get back in position. Camera's there. See him on the floor. And then, they got referees and come over. Elias, are you okay?
Yeah. So anyways, our first match is kind of thrown together. I have no idea why they did that, but
Yeah.
here we go. We have Aleister Black versus Bobby Lashley.
Yeah. This should be an interesting match. I mean, they've had Elias wipe out his previous opponents
Yeah.
in a matter of maybe a minute, a little around there about, a little more, a little less, whatever. Of course, they've been Joe Blow schmuck
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who this dude is. And Bobby Lashley, I mean, it's kind of like, okay, we want Aleister Black on the card. Who could we put him against? Or who do we have that's available that could maybe have a good match with Aleister? Oh, how about Bobby Lashley? Boom, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure where to go from here, except I do like Aleister Black. I'm actually just watching WrestleMania 23 review from Bryan Zayn's Wrestling with Regret.
Right.
So, there's that. I don't think Bobby Lashley's a bad wrestler.
No.
I don't even think he's a bad fighter. I just think that he lacks personality. Now,
Here's the thing that I found. Bobby Lashley, his first run in WWE was actually pretty good.
Right.
You know, ECW champion. I think he held the Intercontinental title. Maybe the US title. And, you know, just running through people. Had that really good match. Him and Umaga. WrestleMania.
yeah.
And, you know, just really, really good. Really, really dominant. And then he left. Went to TNA. Had an okay run in TNA for a little bit. Didn't really go too far.
Mm-hmm.
Went back to WWE.
Well, first he went to Bellator, I believe. Or no?
I think he went back to WWE. Wrestled with WWE for a little bit. Left WWE again. Went back to Impact. TNA.
Yeah.
Had a stellar run in Impact.
Yeah.
Impact World Champion. The stuff with American Top Team.
Yeah.
You know, Stephen Bonner. Dan Lambert, Josh Barnett,
Yeah.
that one match, really good. Of course, they talked about Bobby's MMA career and him fighting with Bellator and all this other stuff. And then he comes back to WWE and... What's that sound? Oh, yes. Bobby Lashley's career being flushed down the toilet.
Damn straight. Damn straight.
I mean...
The moment of silence for Bobby Lashley's career. So, I believe that I want to say Aleister Black.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as I think that they're both really good, I believe that Aleister can pull off the win somehow.
Yeah.
And we'll see where that goes. That's not to say Bobby can't pull out a spear, but I want to say that Aleister's going to win. You bet?
Oh, yeah, for sure. It'll be like, can Aleister Black hit the Black Mass before Lashley can pull off a spear? Most likely.
Yeah.
I think Aleister could easily get a win on this one. And we've got a match that you could essentially say is 6 years in the making from WrestleMania 30.
Yep.
A rematch of sorts, although in a turnabout way. But you're going to have John Cena against the Fiend, Bray Wyatt. And the thing that really made this interesting is you have John Cena come out on SmackDown and he's like, you know, of course in Boston, which is essentially John's hometown, although he's from Western Barrie, but Boston's like
Massachusetts.
Yeah, Massachusetts area. Anyways, and he's going on like, oh, what am I going to do for WrestleMania this year? And then he goes all serious, like, you know, I've heard you guys and talking about the younger talent, the newer talent, and being exciting, and the product being exciting, and fresh, and new, and different. And so I'm just going to set this one out, watch it at home. I don't want to be involved. I don't need to be involved. I'm just going to lay low, kick back, let the younger talent, the newer talent, if you will, have their moment. And, you know, he leaves, gives the salute, lights drop, Let's come back up. At first, the angle they were showing Cena was like going to have like Bray Wyatt pop up from behind and kind of startle you, and then maybe attack John.
Yeah.
But then they switched the camera angle, and over John's other shoulder, there's the Fiend. John turns around. Fiend just points to the WrestleMania sign. John turns, looks, of course, the crowd's loving every second of it. John turns back, gives him a nod, does one of these, and there you go.
Yeah. I just recently saw that WrestleMania 30 match, and I gotta say, after seeing it again, that was not as bad as I thought. I just think it was, like, really bad acting, but on John's part. I think it's gonna be interesting. I mean, look, I knew that John was gonna come back eventually.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no fucking doubt about it. Just like The Rock. The Rock has to have a match every once in a while, so why not John Cena? There's a lot of things that are going to be taken into effect, like how many mandible claws is John going to eat, or, like, I don't know. The Fiend's a different animal.
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing. The Fiend is not like the Bray Wyatt of 2014.
Yeah.
So, I kind of want to see where this goes.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I could see Bray Wyatt win. I mean, he has to. I mean, John Cena doesn't really need this win.
Right, yeah.
So, I don't know what to go with this, but, like always, I'm gonna go against what people really want, and I'm just gonna say that the Fiend is gonna win.
It's going to be one of those things where it's like, okay, the Fiend gets one over John Cena. Adds another victim to his collection, if you will. And then he'll go off and they'll give him another match or another feud with somebody at some point down the road, and just boost the character, boost the image, and, boost galore, if you will.
Yeah.
Cena gets the win. It's like, okay, maybe he'll hang around for a little bit, or he'll, have the match and then go off, make more movies, whatever, and then, like, second loss of Bray Wyatt to John Cena.
Yeah.
Does that, spiral the character out of control and make the character more dangerous and more unpredictable and more sadistic, sick, twisted? Or is it just like, oh, well, I lost to John Cena. Who cares?
Pretty much.
But, yeah, but I mean, in order for it to work, I think Bray Wyatt should win.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's 1-1 if that happens.
Yeah.
So, it's really not hurting John Cena because he's now a part-timer. Like, he's a movie star, just like Dwayne Johnson. To have John Cena come back and only have one match, only to win, is bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, you have the Fiend Bray Wyatt every week on SmackDown. So,
Yeah.
by the way, what a segment with Rambling Rabbit.
I know, right? That poor rabbit. He's taken more abuse than a heavy bag.
Yeah. So now we go on to the two independent wrestlers. Well, they came from independent wrestling. They came from Ring of Honor. One came from FCW as well.
Yes.
We have Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins.
Yes.
The Monday Night Messiah.
Yeah.
Watching Raw this past Monday, it's like, that's the second wrestler now that's used the word shit, and it's not censored.
Yeah.
Which I thought was pretty cool, but nonetheless, this match is going to be stellar. I mean, I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, how they built this matchup is top notch.
You got 1 week where Seth Rollins is doing a promo around the ring, up the ramp.
Yeah.
You've got Kevin Steen just past Monday in the ring doing a promo on Seth, and it's like, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this.
Oh yeah, and the things they had to say made you really get invested into the match, because Seth was like, you know, everything you see around you is because of me. I came up through the FCW developmental system, if you will, and then became NXT. We got the Performance Center now. I thrived here in NXT and thrived in FCW, and all this is thanks to me, and you wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for me. And then this past Monday, Kevin was like, all you proved last week is what everybody's been telling me, is you're a self-centered, egomaniacal piece of shit that nobody likes. And build it up and be like, you know, I may not have my WrestleMania moment yet, but I'm going to get my WrestleMania moment because of you. And it's just so well done.
Yeah, very much. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this match.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun. So, I mean, they got Seth Rollins, who has the Authors of Pain, but one of them is out of action right now.
Right.
Due to the isolation, from what I hear. And then, of course, Buddy Murphy, and I think that's it.
Yeah.
So, there's that. But you also have Kevin Owens, that has never really had a WrestleMania win.
Yeah.
So, I like to see Kevin Steen go over, because I think it would be a good change and a good fuck you to Seth Rollins.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, who knows? But yeah, for me, it's going to be Kevin.
Even with that, you know, Seth was saying, WrestleMania has been my strongest suit. WrestleMania is where I'm at my best. I've had more WrestleMania moments than I could shake a stick at, and I've got many a win at WrestleMania. You just failure after failure after failure, and it's like, this whole Monday Night Messiah thing is ridiculous. That aside,
Yeah.
Seth Rollins is a damn good heel, and he really knows how to invoke emotion and piss you off to no end. And I really think that Kevin Owens could get the victory here and maybe go a few more matches with Seth, and then maybe end the rivalry at some point. But yeah, Kevin for sure needs, well, maybe not needs to win, but should get the win and have that WrestleMania moment, if you will. So next we go on to a match that I dubbed the Phenomenal One against the Phenom, and what is being regarded as a boneyard match. Maybe we'll get more details about that either Friday or when the match happens itself at WrestleMania. Undertaker against AJ Styles. And you know, having AJ be like, you know, you're doing this match with me because of your wife, and, you know, she dusts off that hat and jacket for you, and you walk down the aisle, and you embarrass yourself, and, you know, I'm gonna bury you, and I'm gonna help your wife bury you, and all this other stuff. Is like, man, he's taking this thing to a whole new level. And then, you know, the promo on Monday by Taker. I don't know if you've seen it yet or not.
No, I'm gonna have to.
Oh, it was
I heard about it.
epic.
I heard about it. See, this is my problem right here. Because I remember back at WrestleMania 30, and I saw Undertaker, Mark Calloway, lose to Brock Lesnar, and I was like everyone else, very much in shock. And I look at that man head up the aisle, up the ramp, and just, whatever. He collapsed, and it was a concussion. Okay, fine, whatever. Mark Calloway decides, I'm coming back to WrestleMania 31. WrestleMania 31, this guy already had the streak end at WrestleMania 30, but no, we have to go back to WrestleMania 31 because we want to still be The Undertaker and we want to still be relevant. So what happens? He goes and he beats Bray Wyatt. And then, let's go on to WrestleMania 32, where he beat Shane McMahon and Hell in a Cell. WrestleMania 33, we for sure thought that The Undertaker's career was over. It was a very nice send-off. And he looked like a little bitch. I'm sorry, but he looked like a little bitch against Roman Reigns. He had a really nice setup. And we did a video to honor The Undertaker. Because that could have been it. And then WrestleMania 34. Because we had to have John Cena do a lot of things. And he had to provoke The Undertaker. So Undertaker comes out and he has a match with John Cena. Where he botches a big boot. And then John Cena gets a ring boner when fucking Undertaker drops the leg. Or whatever that was. And then The Undertaker wins that match. Last year, Undertaker did not have any match.
Right.
This year, now Undertaker's back. Why? I don't fucking know. It pisses me off that Alan Jones has to bring up Michelle McCool. We're already doing that with... Oh, I can't even remember.
Yeah.
And we did that already. We did that with Samoa Joe. You don't remember? It really pisses me off that you have a guy, a legend, like The Undertaker, and I respect the fuck out of The Undertaker. But a guy that comes back, I don't care if he works out a billion or not, he comes back and he says, I'm gonna retire psych, I'm gonna retire psych. Don't say you're gonna retire, because you're not obviously gonna retire. I don't care if it's Vince calling you, I don't care if it's Michelle McCool calling you and telling you to do this shit, I don't care. But this whole storyline is lame. It's very fucking lame. So that being said, I don't know. I can basically give you, as Paul Heyman would say, a spoiler. Mark Calloway's gonna win.
Yeah. I mean, you call it lame, I call it doing your best to get under the Undertaker's skin and piss him off. And hopefully that should be enough to get a win. But little does AJ realize, all he's done is open the depths of hell. And hell is gonna come with Taker to this match, and Allen's gonna pay the price dearly for it.
I know. I'm just interested to see what a Boneyard match is. But
yeah, exactly.
So now we go on to this match. It's a grudge match. It's gonna be last man standing.
Yes.
You've got Edge, Adam Copeland, coming back at the Royal Rumble, and we knew that was going to happen even before everyone knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
and him and Randy Orton had a reunion at the Rumble, and then Monday Night Raw, Edge comes out and does a speech, and then Randy comes out and he teases a reunion of RKO, and then an RKO out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Rated RKO, I'm sorry. And then, of course, this leads to a back and forth. I think you want to talk about excellent promos. And this is another thing I really enjoy empty arena shows, is that you're focused in on what they're talking about.
Yeah.
You're not distracted by the crowd or anything like that, but you're focused in on what the wrestler is talking about in the ring. And I really enjoyed Edge's promo on Randy Orton.
Yeah.
So, actually, and I can't believe I'm complimenting him either, but Randy Orton cut a really good promo.
Oh, they've both done some really good promos over the last couple weeks. And the thing that really made this whole thing interesting is, Edge comes back at the Royal Rumble this year. 9 years he was away. Comes back, has a really good showing at the Royal Rumble, and then, on Monday Night Raw, the night after, and he's talking about, he had a triple neck fusion so I could come back and end my career on my terms. And then, Randy comes out and is like, when I dug myself in too deep of a hole and nobody else pulled me out, you were the one that pulled me out. I thank you for that. You're like family to me. You're like a brother to me. I love you. They hug. And, then they're like, us in front of that crowd again, together, was something special. It was something unique. It felt good. What do you see? We get Rated RKO back together, and it's like, that would be interesting. Then, boom!
Yeah.
RKO out of nowhere, and it just took off from there. And, having Beth come out, and, according to Edge, retire for him for the second time because she felt it wasn't necessary for Edge to have to retire twice.
Right.
And it's like, he does what he does to Beth, the RKO's her, and talking all this other stuff. And Edge was like, when I came back at the Rumble, and I heard the crowd, and I felt the electricity, and, I love that. I really, really do. And I thought that was going to be enough to satisfy me, and I could, retire happy and just do my own thing and all this other stuff. But you had to pull me back in and just provoke me, infuriate me, piss me off. You brought up my two little girls, you talk shit to my wife, and you RKO'd her. Well, I'm gonna make you pay come WrestleMania. And Randy being like, I love Edge, I love him like a brother. I wanted him to be with you and your kids, and I didn't want him to have to suffer again, and, I wanted him to be home with you, and that's why I did what I did. And then it's like, you don't love me, Randy, you're jealous of me ever since I met you all those years ago when your dad brought you to the arena that one time at 19 years old, and I said, maybe one time we'll get into the ring together and maybe be opposite each other, partners, and tear the house down together and all this other stuff. And then Randy being like, you say I'm jealous. No, I just, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Such good work.
Yeah, no, I mean, you want to talk about already 3 good matches that have really good lead-ups.
Yeah.
So, this is going to be good. And also, bring back onto the empty arena match, it's a last man standing.
Yeah.
They can fucking go anywhere.
Oh, yeah, they can go anywhere. They can do whatever they want. Just obliterate each other, if you will.
So it's gonna be fun. I mean, there is no question. I'm gonna say Edge.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I'm taking Edge on this one myself, for sure. Hands down. So next we got a match that really came about in an interesting way. We got for the Intercontinental Championship, the champion, one of Canada's most annoying superstars in the world,
yeah,
Sami Zayn, and the reignited leader of the Yes Movement, Daniel Bryan, partnered with Drew Gulak, who, if you saw their match against each other at Elimination Chamber, was genius. It was brilliant, very well done. A tactical masterpiece, if you will. And, have Daniel be like, everything I did, you countered. I've never had anybody do that to me in my career. I could really learn something from you. Can you teach me? And Sammy's like, oh, sure, you'll say with him, but you won't say with me. A liberator. I've revitalized the careers of Shinsuke Nakamura and revitalized the careers and reignited their careers, although really the only person's career that needed reigniting was fucking Cesaro's.
Yeah, well, that's a crying shame.
And then back and forth with that, and then go into there a couple weeks ago. It's like, if Drew Gulak can beat Shinsuke Nakamura, I will gladly defend my championship against you at WrestleMania, Bryan. And go into last week, hey, Drew Gulak gets the win, and here we are. And 5 years ago, I want to say, 5, maybe 6 years ago, or so-ish, Daniel had the Intercontinental title. Of course, he gave it up because of injury, I believe. And then Ryback ended up with the Intercontinental title.
Yeah.
What the hell happened with him and his fucking career? I don't know. Anyways. And then Daniel really didn't have an opportunity at the Intercontinental title again. And then, of course, he ends up retiring. And he's away for a while. And, he's the general manager of SmackDown. Does commentary for the Cruiserweight Classic. And then, a short time later, he announces that he can come back and wrestle again and come out of retirement and, has that match with Shane against Kevin Owens. The shocker, Sami Zayn. And that match goes off, and sometime down the road, have Daniel Bryan against The Fiend. Daniel Bryan, I think, against Brock Lesnar once. Several other matches, and then we get to where we are now. And the interesting thing about it is, I don't necessarily know if Daniel can be the one that learns from Gulak, or maybe Gulak's the one that can learn from Bryan, or maybe they can learn from each other, but I mean, I think it's a partnership that was formed out of respect.
Yeah, I mean, Bryan was a guy that came from Ring of Honor.
Yes.
And I don't know where else. And then, of course, you've got
Well, Evolve.
Evolve. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So they both were also in Evolve. So, I mean, there's that whole independent wrestling thing. And you've got them now in WWE. And I just can't say enough good things about those two guys. They bring professional wrestling back to WWE. Fuck all the sports entertainment stuff.
Yeah.
You've got these two guys killing it every fucking week.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So, I mean, you take the belt off of Braun Strowman just to have Sami Zayn lose to Daniel Bryan. I think that's a good thing and a bad thing because, well, it can have Bryan actually get a real Intercontinental title run.
Yes.
And I felt terrible for. I mean, 2015 was a fucking tragedy for him.
I know.
But you also have Sami Zayn that has finally achieved a singles title in WWE and SmackDown.
Yes.
So, I mean, yeah, he was NXT champion, but it's great to see that he's actually got the Intercontinental title. Now, if he was going to get the Roddy Piper treatment and lose it just a few weeks after winning, then so be it. I do think that Bryan needs this.
Yeah.
And, I mean, he was already WWE champion. But
Yeah.
there was talk on the bump, and they had Bryan on the screen, and they teased a hemp title, a wooden title, if you will, just like the WWE title, and you know my feelings about that.
Wooden fucking bland fucking piece of shit toilet fucking stool softened piece of shit fucking title.
Yeah, I think that is going to be interesting. So, that being said, I mean, you've got Cesaro and Nakamura on Sami Zayn's side. They could help him win, but at the same time, you've got Gulag on Bryan's side. I think it's going to be Bryan.
Yeah, I feel it's going to be Bryan as well. Here's an interesting tidbit of information for you. I don't know if you know this. Do you realize how long it had been since the last time Sami held a title in WWE?
Yeah, it's 6 years.
Yeah.
Shit.
He held the NXT Championship 2014-2015. And then doesn't have another title again until he won the Intercontinental title at Elimination Chamber. 6 years?
And this one part thinks it's about fucking time.
Like, okay, I've heard of earning your stripes, as the saying goes, but 6 years?
Jesus.
Fuck me!
Yeah.
And yeah, okay, they hyped the shit out of Kofi Kingston winning the WWE Championship for the first time in his career after 11 years, but he held many a title in between. 6 years before you even get your second title
Yeah.
in a company? Adios míos.
I don't care who wins. I'm just glad they put the IC title on the fucking card.